Did.
Yeah, we're going to work on the gin labels. I just finished this, I believe this was either a Merlot or a Cabernet Sauvignon, one of the red wines.
Yeah, Merlot,
okay,
barefoot Merlot.
Yeah, this was a barefoot Merlot. So I'm going to set him over on the drying rack. And I'm going to take my blade, and when I do a batch of 8 bottles, if I've got these Gordon gin bottles, I'll usually wait till the end of the batch, because these labels are a little more challenging. They're a little more difficult to remove, because I guess because the adhesive is really good. So I start with the back, and I'm just gonna gently make my way in.
It looks like it's taken forever and ever.
Well, I just started. Okay, actually, see, it's not even taken that long. And if I can keep this underwater, it actually works better. But these do take a little bit more effort than, say, the paper labels that I would find on the Merlot bottles or the Cabernet Sauvignon bottles. In part because this is the labels here on the gin bottles, they are more than paper. They're kind of a foil label. So they're kind of paper and foil combination.
Foil?
Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's kind of, I don't know if it's like aluminum. It's like the medallion. Mm-hmm. Kind of like a foil sticker. And
rhymes with boil.
Yeah,
B-O-Y-L-E.
Or it's a kind of I want to say metallic, but it isn't. It isn't really a metal. It's a kind of imitation metallic. But this is actually this is going pretty quick. So.
In one of my schools, elementary schools, I think there was a teacher named Mrs. Foyle.
Oh, how nice. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. Okay, that actually came off pretty quick, and I'm gonna blot this down. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the front. Now the front, because the label wraps around the corners, I have to be a little more careful. So I'm gonna do like this one part here that wraps around the corner, and that's the illustration of the juniper berries, because gin is flavored with juniper. And so we're just gonna
juniper berries.
Yep.
They come from juniper bushes.
Yes, they do. Okay, and see this, this is more challenging. This guy isn't, the blade's not gliding under here at all.
It's taking forever.
Yeah, this is going to take a while. So if you want, I'm going to work at this for a while, and if you want to come back late, in about 10 minutes, I'll be closer to having this label off.
Okay, give me.
Okay. So this took me a few minutes to work behind the front label on this Gordon's gin bottle, and I had to start with the 2 parts that wrap around the corner of the bottle. I had to do those very slowly, but if you work at it steadily, like before you know it, you're making progress. And while I was doing this, you've got music videos playing on the computer that we have set up here in the kitchen. And to get this far took the length of that Simply Red song called "Holding Back the Years." So I was listening to that, and here I am, almost to the point. But boy, this last piece seems to be a little stubborn. I'm gonna flip this around and try it from the other side. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's start now. Boy. Ah, there we go. Okay. And these are always a little more difficult than the other labels, and as a result, because I have to work them so much, they get these wrinkles and lines in them, and what they do is they kind of break up you know, the printing ink that's on there just a little bit, just enough to show that they've been worked, and that doesn't bother. That actually is part of what I want. I want that to show because it shows that, you know, that I had to work at it, and that and that this label has been removed from the bottle and will be being placed on something else. So I'm going to put it here on the blotter, and what I'll do is I'm going to take the back label, which has been drying for a few minutes, and I'm going to take this one down. Okay, so I'm going to set this guy down here. And I'm going to reach back for the other one. Okay. And again, there's not much glue left after I go through this process. So sometimes it sticks, but it's got the adhesiveness of like maybe a Post-it note. And so I just set it here. And then I'm going to take some paper towels and blot it down. Okay, and then set this up for the next one, and I'm ready to go. Okay, that's good.